Welcome back, baseball fans, to the Summer 69-72 Carryover League. Tonight we're in the National League Mountain Division between a game of Arizona Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies. Been kind of a disappointing year for both teams as they battle out for third place. First thing we'll do is look at what has to be done in this particular series between third and fourth place squads. Arizona is a half game behind Colorado. Colorado is +3 in the tiebreaker column. A best of 7 isn't quite good enough for the Diamondbacks. They would need to win a tiebreaker, meaning they need to win 5 of 8 baseball games. Well, guess what, folks? I don't think it's going to be very hard. Let's go to game 1 in Colorado. Diamondbacks, they want this. Colorado, they want to go to the golf course or something. 5-0 early. Jim Willoughby, is it? No, Dave Waswell beats Ron Reed 6-2. Game 2 in Colorado now. Come on, Rockies, get a win. Split these at home at least. No such thing. Here, Jim Willoughby throws a complete game, outlasts Carl Morton 2-1. It's not a lot of runs scoring in the Mountain Time Zone, and that's a shame because these teams are supposed to hit for average and power, and the pitching's only supposed to be so-so, but that's not been the case. 2-0 Zona. Then we go to Joshua Tree for 3 straight games with Graham Parsons and the Fallen Angel soundtrack, and that was the perfect thing for the Diamondbacks to continue this dominant run here. 9-5 victory. Juan Pizarro beats Gary Peters. Arizona rolls out to 3 straight wins, and suddenly winning 5 out of 8 doesn't seem very difficult. Colorado did rally, you'll notice, in a 9-5 game as they were down 9-1 with solo homers here in the 7th, 8th, and 2 more in the 9th. They're starting to get hot. And it did continue into game 4 as Colorado got a win in the desert, 5-2. Dick Drago, 5-2 victory over Chuck Dobson. And Colorado avoids the embarrassment of a sweep thus far. Arizona's up 3-1. So, can Arizona put the pedal to the metal in a Game 5, final game in Joshua Tree? The answer is yes. But it was a seesaw affair, the best game of the series. 8-7, we had multiple lead changes in this one. Colorado, Arizona, Colorado, Arizona, Colorado, and of course Arizona walks it off 8-7. 4-1. They need to win 1 more game. But for that to happen, they got to win it in Colorado. On the Rockies field. The Rockies could be eliminated in the Rocky Mountain State. And for game 6, it'll be the ace of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Jim Willoughby. He was a first-round pick in the current draft. And for the Rockies, number 4 starter, Carl Morton. First meeting between these two guys, Willoughby beat Morton 2-1. And Willoughby would like to do something like that again. Leading off for Arizona, Stevie Ray Braun, 2-5, bounces to second. Paul Popovich, 57's a K. George Thomas, 2-7's a K. Bottom of 1. Joe LaHood skies in the left field. Left fielder is Don Hahn, a 1E10 in left field. Makes the catch. Phil Gagliano, 54, pops to first. Don Mula, base hit. And with 2 outs, it's Rick Monday, 57, he pops to first. Willoughby doesn't strike out a lot of batters, but he gets a lot of guys out. Interesting card. Top of 2. Evesy Ed Herman, 2-4, bounce to third. Larry Howard, 44, center X. This is Mr. Monday in center, a 2E15. Makes the grab. Jim Lytle, you may have noticed this guy's name in the All-Star Selection Show as leading the National League in hitting before the All-Star break. Let's take a look at his card. As you can see, it's a one-way card, and he didn't have enough at-bats, and of course, he doesn't hit lefties very well, so he did make the All-Star team. And he's letting everybody know about it. 46, flies to right. Bottom of 2, Brant Alea, 1-9, K. Dave Kingman, 54. Disappointing year for him. Pops the first. Paul Ratliff, 2-3. Skies the right. We are scoreless in Colorado again. Don Locke, 46. Flies left. Dalton Jones, 48. Pops to third. Don Hahn, 1-5. Bounce to third. Carl Morton, perfect through 3. Bottom of. Sid O'Brien, 48's a single. Joe Liss, 48, same thing. 2 center field. O'Brien hole. Oh, he's a 15 runner. Lytle has a -1 arm. No reason to run with nobody out. Joe LaHood, 1-6. Well, third B+. So we have runners on the corners with 1 out, and they're going to bring it up for Phil Gagliano. 68 to pop to short. And with 2 outs is Don Money. 3-6. Let's take a look at Don Money's card. This is his 70 card with the Phillies. What the Phillies did was they went with Larry Boa, and Money ended up in the expansion realm to play short, third, second, wherever is needed. And the Rockies picked him up. And 3-6 homer, 1-16. Just what the Rockies needed. A 3-run blast. 3-0. Rick Monday, 56, pops to short. All right, Arizona has to come back here now. Down 3-zip. Stevie Ray Braun pops to second. Paul Popovich, 4-10. This guy's the center. George Thomas, 1-6. Let's take a look at the George Thomas card. Again, one of these guys looks a lot like that Carl Taylor Toronto Blue Jay card you saw earlier in the tournament. 340 hitter and about 100 at-bats. They usually end up as extra player cards. They usually end up on expansion teams. They need a break. I mean, these expansion teams need some talent. And the drawback is that George Thomas probably won't do this again, and you only have a card like this for maybe 4 years. Whereas most other teams can just keep pushing their talent forward and forward into the future because they have a farm system. Ed Herman, 59, bounce at the second. Bottom of 4, Brantalea, 38, bounce to short. Kingman, 1-2, struck him out, and he hurt himself. What a miserable year it's been for Kingman. We need a new first baseman, and it'll be, oh geez, who can play first? They don't have a lot of first baseman, do they? Yeah, Billy Cohen can play first base. He's a 4'11". Probably an upgrade. Paul Ratliff, 2-9. Let's take a look at the Paul Ratliff card. It's kind of a fun card because look what happens when you roll 4 on the 2 dice. Hit by pitch on 1, 2, and 3 if you're so inclined. But in any event, 2-9 happens to be homer 1-4 double, and he ends up with a double. Runner at second for O'Brien. Bounce to short. 3-0 Rockies. Can they keep it going? Larry Howard in the 5th. 5'11" as a K. Jim Lytle, 3'10". Single to 1, lines out. And Don Locke, 56, is a walk. 2 outs for Dalton Jones. Pops to short. 3-zip. Bottom of the 5th. Joe Liss, 48, base hit. Joe LaHood, 64, catcher's card. Howard's a 4E1. Pass ball, though. Runner goes to second for Gagliano. 1-8. Base hit, ... The Rockies are finally playing a solid game. Looking good offensively, good pitching, good defense. It's 4-0 with 1 out in the 5th. Don Money, 43, first X, beating the ace of the Diamondbacks. Dalton Jones is a fairly good first baseman. He's a 3E13. And he boots this ball, though. 2 on, 1 out for Rick Monday. 3-10 K, and with 2 outs, Brantalea, 2-6 is a single to right field. Gagliano, 12, 13, 14 against the Lock Arm. He's going to run on a 13, and he scores. And Money ends up on third on the throw. So we have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Billy Cohen, for the injured Kingman, strikes out. It is 5-0 in Colorado. It's the first game where they've had some comfortable kind of lead in a long time. Don Hahn, 111, short. Stevie Ray Braun, 1-2, pops to second. Popovich, 48, pops to third. We'll go to the bottom of 6, but first, we'll pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Drink break, folks. If you haven't already figured that out for newcomers, you get kind of parched doing these things. Speed reading and all that. Bottom of 6, it'll be Paul Ratliff. 6'11", first X. This would be Dalton Jones, a 313, and he boots it. Uh-oh. Well, you can tell Arizona has recognized they need, all they need is one more win in the next 3 games to advance, and they're kind of playing lackluster baseball while the lights are on YouTube. Sid O'Brien, 5'10", catcher's card, and the Rockies are looking like they did last year today. Pretty good. 4E1, ground ball C. Joe Liss, 58, right. No, 2 outs. Lahoud, 310, center. Top of the 7th, Carl Morton with a 1-hitter. What is going on in the Mile High City here? George Thomas, the only hit of the game, and now the 2nd hit of the game. It's a double off his card. Same column. Yeah, I think he rolled the same thing. 2 doubles is it. Off Morton with a 5-0 lead in the 7th. Easy Ed Herman, 6'11". Bounces it back to Morton, who's a 2E10. And he makes the play. Larry Howard, the All-Star, walks. 2 on, 1 out, Jim Lytle, 57, Ks. Notice he's gone 0 for 3 since we tallied him with that high batting average. Don Locke, 210 is a K. Carl Morton came to pitch today in Colorado. It's stretch time. We've been listening to the Scorps. Scorps, man, listen to Scorps. 75, In Trance LP. Dark Lady, top of the bill. The big hits off of this one. Oh, yeah. They love to rock pretty hard out in the Colorado, Rocky Mountain State, and so forth. Bottom of the 7th, 5-0. Jim Willoughby, pretty ordinary start. He is their ace, though. He may want to save his bullpen, go another inning. Phil Gagliano, 2-8. Bounce to short. Don Mula, Ks. Rick Monday, 46, bounce to second. This is Braun, a 334, and Braun makes an error. 2 outs for Branalea, 35's a walk. 2 on for Billy Cohen, 3-6. Let's take a look at Dave Kingman's substitute. Maybe he shouldn't be the substitute. Maybe just give him the first base job since Kingman's been a bust all year. 3-6, a big 3-run homer off of Jim Willoughby, who's having his worst experience of the year. That's all right, Jim. All 3 of these runs are unearned. 8-0, Rockies. They're showing that, you know, they want to go out looking strong, at least, if they're going to go out. Paul Ratliff pops to first. We'll get rid of Willoughby after 7. Meanwhile, Carl Morton's looking for a CGSO in an 8-0 affair. Dalton Jones in the top of the 8th. 2-9, bounce to first. Don Hahn, 43, back to the mound, a 2E10. Nice play there, and with 2 outs, Stevie Ray Braun. Let's take a look at Stevie's card. Very versatile guy. Lefties, righties, all over the infield. Would eventually be a DH and pinch hitter. Nice long career for this guy. 3-6, 1-1-4, base hit. Popovich, 2-9, bounce to short. Bottom of the 8th. We'll bring Jerry Bell in for an inning. Jerry Bell comes trotting out of the Diamondback pen just to get some work in here in an 8-0 affair. Sid O'Brien, 210, he walks. Work comes in defensively for him. Joe Liss, 1-4, center. Joe Lahoud, 59, left. Gagliano, 53, right X. This is Don Locke, a 2E15, and he drops a fly ball there. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs for money. 43, first X. Dalton Jones, a 313, a single, and that's an unearned run. The sloppy Diamondbacks did not come to play today, folks. had a great opportunity. If they won this game, they had somewhat of a chance to advance in the next round, because they would have been 5-1 in this round. But now they'll be 4-2, and the best they can do is pick up 3 games in the standings. They could have picked up, 4. It would have certainly helped. Rick Monday walks. Brandalea, 5-11, walks. Jerry Bell just bringing that kerosene onto the hill here. Billy Cohen, 2-9, you guessed it, walks. The Rockies are rubbing it in everybody's face today. Knowing they are going to be eliminated, they're going to embarrass their opponent anyway. Paul Ratliff, 66, single 1-5, didn't get it. 11-0 thrashing into the 9th. All the defense is in. We have 2 hits for George Thomas and a single for Braun for Morton. That has been it. Thomas leads off the 9th, rolls to the pitcher. Easy at Herman, 59, bounce at the 2nd. Larry Howard, oh, we're done. Bounce to short. Pretty simple. Rockies continue their season in front of their home fans. At least they delivered 1 game. And if there is a game 8, it would be in Colorado. So they needed to win 2 more at home. 11-0. Bad time for a clunker if you're a Diamondbacks fan. Carl Morton, a 3-hitter, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, complete game. Jerry Bell, 1 hit, 3 runs. 1 was earned, 4 walks, no strikeouts. Jim Willoughby was also awful. 9 hits, 8 runs. Not a lot of earned ones in this game. 4 were earned and 4 were unearned. A walk and 5 strikeouts. 1-0-9, 0-1-0-8, 11-10-0-3, 11-10-0-3, 2-5-5-5-5-5-2-5. So that was game 6. Diamondbacks are still leading this series 4-2. If they win game 7, 5-2 is more than enough. All they need is a 5-3, but 5-2 would get the job done. Let's take a look at the standings year to date and see if either of these teams have any chance once this series is over. Probably not. They'll play a team from the National League East in the 2nd round of the tournament. All right, let's look at the year-to-date numbers for the Colorado Rockies. It's been a rough one. With that win, they are now 12-20. They're only hitting .250 with a 4.04 ERA. And Brant Alea, the All-Star, is having a fabulous year, though. He had a fabulous year last year. Back-to-back great years for Brant Alea. 13 homers, 38 RBIs, and a batting average around .330. Outstanding, in the top 10 MVP votes of the National League. Elsewhere, though, not so much. The Diamondbacks fall to 16-21. That's, if you recall, the Pirates and Cardinals. Let's take a look at the overall standings real quick. Yeah, the Pirates and Cardinals are 3 games under 500. With this loss, the Diamondbacks fall to 5 under 500. That's going to be dicey here now. You're already behind these guys, and you're not nearly as good. So that was a golden opportunity with their ace, Jim Willoughby, on the mound for Arizona to at least contemplate a postseason tourney run into the playoffs. But I don't think it's going to happen, folks. I really don't. The Diamondbacks are 16-21. Willoughby falls to 5-3. And let's see what Mr. Jim Lytle's up to now. So Jim Lytle, there he is. He's 37 for 107. Still a very good batting average, but not leading the league anymore. He's hitting .346 after leading the league at the All-Star break. That's it tonight from the Mountain Time Zone. Hope you enjoyed the Diamondbacks and Rockies, as one of these teams is about to go home soon, and we'll let you know at the end of the video. We'll check you out next time. Well, folks, all it took was one more game. Game 7, Arizona finally finished off the Rockies. A big first inning, knocking around Gary Peters for 3 runs. Colorado came back. It was 3-1. It was 5-3. Then 7-3. And then they finally just ran out of gas. Did the Rockies. Pizarro beats Peters for the second time in the series. The final is 7-3. Arizona Diamondbacks. My goodness, they beat the Rockies 5 out of 7 times. 5-2 finish puts Arizona into the third round. Colorado's season is over. They won this division last year. They won in the wild card round, lost in the divisional round. But this year, they're the first team from the Mountain Time Zone to be eliminated. That kind of shows the volatility in this division. It goes year to year. Thanks for checking it out.